Hiya! In this episode, we will swim in the transparent waters of a natural swimming pool, go for a ride in a fisherman's pirougue, and cultivate the sacred yam with local girls. We will say hello to a big-headed turtle, and discover the amazing Nokonui atoll. We will eat lobster, and I will play with funny little animals. Ready? Let's go!
I've been around the world, seen a lot of things as the earth has twirled. Been amazed and excited, collecting the clues when I was running, trying to fill my own shoes. And now I'm right here, and everything's good, and all the little pieces fit just like they all should. Yeah, life's been going fine, I'd even say it was good. Today I wouldn't change a thing if I could.
Arriving on the Isle of Pines was like walking into a dream. The island is not very big, but the white beaches are magnificent. And as only 2,000 people live here, it was like we were alone. It's amazing to think the French built a prison here a long time ago to keep bad people. What a pity.
Do you think of
Dad wanted to take a beautiful photo on Couteau Bay, but the local dogs were not very helpful. So we decided to scoot into town. Welcome to Vau, the only town on Kone Island. That's the name of the Isle of Pines in Kanak. That is the church, the bank, the post office, the hospital, and the town hall. It's not very big because the Kanaks mostly live in tribes. In front of the houses, there are always totem poles. They are the guards, the spirits of the ancestors. These wooden sculptures also tell what tribe people belong to. In St. Maurice Bay, there are totems from all the tribes, from the sea and from the land. Can you guess why this island is called the Isle of Pines? It's because there are loads of enormous pine trees, and we see them best at the natural swimming pool near Oro Bay.
oh, 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 oh.
Let's go and see the fish. The next day, we went to the island's annual festival. It is when all the locals meet up. There are lots of stands. In one corner, women cook snails and fresh fish. Others sell traditional dresses and others sell yam. It's like a cross between a big potato and a turnip. Ulali explained that there are 3 types: purple, yellow, and white. With some we make puree, and with others, chips or french fries. It's very important for the Kanaks. They eat it very often. On the islands, most of the families grow yam. It's part of their tradition. Ulali invited us to her field to explain everything. Like all grandmothers, she likes to teach her grandchildren how to dig up the yam. So I helped them. Firstly, you have to know when it is big enough to be dug up. When the branches are big and thick, it means that the yam is big enough. If it's ready, then you have to dig deeply around it and then remove it carefully and try not to damage it.
Je vais t'offrir cette yam.
The girls give me a big yam because in their culture, they always give a present to those who helped in the fields. The yam is sacred for the Kanaks. Guillaume, the grandfather, explains to us that all the events in the tribe are organized around it, like the weddings or the appointment of new leaders. For them it's very valuable, and it is gifted, covered in a cool natural wrapping paper made from coconut leaves. The yam is treated as if it was a living human and should be held like a baby. I was really happy with my present, but as Mom did not know how to cook it, we brought it to Jean-Marc at the local restaurant.
Bonjour.
He showed us how to make a Kanak casserole with vegetables from his garden. He used lots of veg, like sweet potato, carrot, and local cabbage. Not forgetting the fresh coconut milk. There it is, a Kanak casserole, a dinner for all the family. The next morning was the excursion we were waiting for. We were at last going to swim with the big-headed turtles. We boarded the Mananotic boat, where all the family was waiting for us. A few minutes later, we saw one already. Neil, the pilot, went to see if it was one of the friendly ones. All the turtles have names here. I decided to take a closer look. It was amazing! He was much bigger than me. Big-headed turtles can be as long as 1 meter and weigh 150 kilograms. They live to be 70 years old, just like humans, and they eat seafood. We left the turtles and headed for the open sea. After being thrown around by the waves, we arrived on a little island of Kutumuru, which is part of the Nukunui Atoll. An atoll is like an island made of coral that encircles a lagoon. It was created by a volcano a long time ago. The coral grows around the island, forming a reef. The mountain in the middle disappears into the sea, and so we only see the white sand, called an atoll. While the women prepared lunch, we did some funny games and explored the atoll. It is on another island, Nuami, that we ate grilled fish and lobster. Here, you just have to walk a few meters to catch your food.
Bon appétit. Bon appétit.
I finished my lunch fast so I could play with some of the locals. The local hermit crabs. It is the cousin of the lobster and the crab. As he has a soft body, he carries a shell to protect himself. The babies are born at sea, and when they are older, they live on land. And then they spend 30 years cleaning all the waste they find. Very nice, huh?
It's great.
It is already time to head back to the Isle of Pine to see how they make traditional fishing boats called pirougues. In St. Joseph's Bay, we found Edmund, who was hard at work. Edmund is the most experienced pirogue builder on the island. He is part of the sea tribe. With his dad, he learned how to make a pirogue, which they use for fishing. He explained that he uses pine trees because they are easy to work with and they float really well.
Vous creusez jusqu'à combien? Comment est-ce que vous savez quand?
Dad asked how he knows when to stop cutting, and he explained that it is all based on the feeling and experience.
C'est pour voir l'épaisseur du bois. Ouais. Mais là, c'est encore comme ça, là, on voit à peu près. Là, il faut descendre encore. Hein.
Ouais, là, il faut descendre. Combien?
Encore une épaisseur comme ça.
Edmund explained to us that the pine is cut in the forest at night under a full moon, so there is less sap and so it will dry quicker. He only makes a few every year, and they last 30 years. So every time a tree is cut, it is a big event for the tribe and the school children.
Vous utilisez quelle couleur?
Ben, chacun choisit son couleur.
He explained that they can be painted any color. But Edmund's pirougue is painted blue, just like the sea. Since we saw how it was made, it was time to go for a trip in Upi Bay.
It didn't take a long time. I packed my things and kissed goodbye. Said it was just for a while. Found myself into the wild, waiting for Montreal flight. And I'm waiting for Montreal flight. The day has come and I feel fine. This trip is gonna be divine. I wanna make this country mine and let my sorrow far behind. Waiting for Montreal flight.
In the next episode, we are going to discover another island, just as beautiful as this, called Uvia. We will sleep in traditional cas like the locals, eat some coconut crab, swim with the fish in an amazing sea current, and we will follow 30 tribesmen doing traditional fishing in the lagoon. What luck! So stay tuned. See you soon!